John, I want to start us off here with Michigan, Ohio State. I think you and I are kind of in the same boat on Michigan this year. I think you and I are going to kind of have the same thoughts on this game.
We're
I'm just
tired of the
guessing by the fact.
parade? Is that what the thoughts are?
What do you mean tired of the
Just
parade?
the Michigan parade. I'm a little bit tired of it.
Oh, so are you not in on Michigan for this game?
The look, I hate to bury it, but I think Will Johnson is going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. out of the game more than Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to get his. He's going to get his, but he's
Yeah.
Ohio State's best playmaker. So if he's limited to not his true potential because he's got such a fantastic defensive back covering, and Michigan just should have Will Johnson on the entire time, it's going to be a more stagnant Ohio State offense. Michigan's looked very bad last couple weeks. JJ McCarthy, very suspect. What the hell's going on with the offense? Harbaugh's not on the sideline. There's a lot of really interesting parts. I mean, Michigan's great for college football. This whole month and a half of Michigan, it's been fantastic. They create stories. That's fun for college football. We need a team like that. But at some point, you get tired of the parade, cruising down your street with a new, a new sign, a new band, and you're like, all right, let's get someone else going. So let's see if Ohio State can do something.
See, I actually kind of disagree on the way that Michigan's been handling themselves because having grown up with so many Michigan people around me, like so many kids I went to high school with, their parents went there, and just nonstop hearing it, being a Notre Dame fan, having it shoved down your throat.
Why? Because they had a better
They
program.
were shut up. They were very pompous and hard to deal with,
Mhm.
and I think most of it was very unjustified. They were never in the national championship conversation, and they would just talk shit to talk shit. I kind of appreciate now a
Oh,
team
You're
who
arguing.
finds a
You're,
reason to be mad about it.
you're
I
arguing with
see. This is
yourself. That's the thing.
I'm
You're
not arguing
arguing.
myself.
You're too similar. Notre Dame fans and Michigan fans are too similar. That's why you don't like them.
That's not what I'm saying here, though.
Pompous, never in
I
the
kind of appreciate.
conversation.
Shut up. Shut up. I
This is the
kind of appreciate.
pompousness. You're proving
Shut
it.
up. Shut up. I'm just trying to talk about now, though, and I appreciate the fact that they have this the whole world's out to get us type of mentality. I kind of think it's great. I think that's how you stay motivated, and I think that's how you rally a goddamn locker room. Hot take. I didn't mind what the Houston Astros did. Cheat more. Cheating makes the. Okay. I'm going a little overboard here. I'm mostly joking. I just think though that I don't think that the whole parade thing is as bad as everyone's making out to
I
be.
agree.
Everyone's attacking them. Everyone is attacking
Oh
them.
God, they're not.
So for them to not find a way to use it as a rallying point, I don't see why they shouldn't do
They
that.
should be attacking Michigan because of their schedule instead of this. Like that, it should go back to the schedule more.
Sure.
But Joe, I do respect the fact that there are things where you could say it's us against the world. Tony Petitti going past due process to try to get that, try to get Harbaugh done. That is a good rallying point. It's actually their us against the world is less embarrassing than Georgia's because Georgia knows that they're the best team, and it's like seeing oh my God, I saw it again. There's a meme if you're on football Twitter where it's a picture of a team logo underneath. I'm so little captions. I'm so excited for the game. During the game, I hate my life. After the game, oh, we won. Yeah. And I saw an Eagles one doing that.
The Eagles,
You're
or the Philadelphia Eagles social media account was the ones who posted.
you're
that.
not allowed to do that if you're a good team. You're not allowed to feel
No,
sorry for yourself. You have a good team.
no.
You're going to take a couple losses. No one's going to go undefeated.
Wait,
You
but
can't act like it's excruciating to watch the Eagles if
I
you're a fan.
no no no
You
no
can't
no no
act
no.
like it's
But
excruciating to watch the Georgia
I
Bulldogs.
I don't think
Same
that
vein.
That's what Michigan's doing
No,
though.
I'm not
Michigan's
saying
not
Michigan's
doing
doing
the
it. I think Georgia does
okay.
that. Georgia tries to rally. I'm
Okay.
not saying Michigan does that. Michigan has what due clause or whatever to be upset. They are justified in being upset because they did have every coach that does the same thing barking at them, and they do have a commissioner of their conference that was out for their head coach. So you can be upset about it. It's less embarrassing than Georgia's. So I can't agree with you there.
I appreciate you pulling a me and making up a completely new phrase. Due cause. That's a good one. To talk about this game, I'm sorry.
You know what?
You catch me
I
once
haven't
a
caught you yet.
show.
But now
I'm taking them when I get them.
you've turned you've turned the antenna on.
All right, I'll
Good
be
luck.
very diligent.
Good luck.
I've had 4 cups of coffee. It's only noon. I am diligent.
Welcome back to the East Coast.
talking about this game though specifically, I'm actually surprised by your thoughts that you think that Will Johnson's going to take Marvin Harrison not out of the game, but hold him down a little bit better than some other corners have. I think is what you're
When I
trying to
say
say.
that, I
Will
think Harrison's going to go for, and I said this on CFE, the exact line: 7 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. That's right, which is still a great line for a receiver. But Will Johnson's a very good DB.
my big thing though here, I think that Michigan's secondary hasn't faced a challenge yet, and they looked a little shaky last week. But what is really should be concerning for Ohio State fans is the battle that you have coming up against this defensive line for Michigan. Last week, when the secondary was playing poorly, they were propped up and saved by that pass rush, getting after Talia Tagovailoa. And physically, Talia Tagovailoa is one of the best improvisers in the conference. Is he a good quarterback? Absolutely not. But he's one of the best quarterbacks in the conference of roaming around for a few seconds if guys are coming at him, and then either throwing the ball away, getting it to a dump off, something. He does that every single play. They consistently got to him. Like they consistently rallied, played really good contain. They got his ass down. Now, who's playing quarterback for Ohio State? It's Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord is not anywhere near the same level of athlete as Talia Tagovailoa. Yes, he has a more consistent quarterback than Talia Tagovailoa, but he does not have the wheels to get away from that defensive line. I think it's like a 5-sack plus game, and I think that that is what is going to be the defining factor here. There is going to be a really important 3rd and long or 3rd and short where they either get a big sack or they come downhill and they get a big stop on a rushing play. They might even get a strip. I don't think Kyle McCord comes into this game and throws any interceptions or really has a messy game in that way. If one quarterback does that, it's probably going to be JJ McCarthy who makes the stupid throws and turns the ball over. But there's just going to be one play where Josiah Stewart or Mason Graham comes just blowing past his guy, ripping the ball out. That thing's going to be on the ground, and that will be the tide turner in this football game.
I think the quarterback matchup in this game is incredibly interesting because Kyle.
It's incredibly terrible. I'm going to be like just blunt, but go ahead. Sorry.
It's interesting because Kyle McCord started as mediocre and he has improved throughout the season very gradually, literally game to game. He has inspired another 2% in confidence. I'll give him for the Buckeye faithful.
Yeah.
That's fair, which is good. Then you could say, all right, our quarterback's fine. He probably won't lose us the game. Not a bad mentality to have going into it. I think the Ohio State fans are more confident in Kyle McCord than Michigan fans are in JJ McCarthy. At least I would be. And I am. I have more confidence in McCord than McCarthy right now.
One would think that, but I'm telling you right now with the comments that have been on Ruffino and Joe this week, I'm telling you right now that they have no lost confidence in JJ McCarthy.
Do they think he's going to go out and tear this team up?
No, just a lot of excuse making. I've noticed like, oh, he's been hurt, but then it's like if he's hurt, then you know why would I suddenly be confident in a guy who's banged up?
Can't do it anymore.
It's weird.
It's
typical
do it
Michigan
anymore
behavior.
with him or the Michigan fans. If he was a Heisman contender, he would have proven it. We know who the contenders are. If he was a great quarterback, he would have shown it. If he was a dude that you're saying, oh, he's going to go out and clearly outduel Kyle McCord, I would say that.
It's not going to happen.
He's not. Enough of this. Sick
final
of the
thought on
Michigan
this
narrative.
Final thought on this. Michigan wins if JJ McCarthy doesn't turn the ball over. Ohio State wins.
You know what? I'll give you
if Kyle McCord is sacked less than 4 times. That's how I see this. And like this isn't a quarterback battle in the truest sense of who outduels the other, because both of them have their flaws. They both have very clear, very, very glaring flaws of when they've played their worst football, it has cost them or almost cost them. So what I'm getting at here is it's whose deficiencies show up the most.
This game's starting to get so predictable for me. It's the standard game.
Really?
They're both. It's going to be, or at least in the locker room, it's predictable right now. Or the game, like I can see the coach's room. Hey, we know what it's going to be. It's going to be high 30s. It's going to be cloudy. This is the rival. All we have to do is get 3 yards of carry, and we have a running back, and this is both coaches' rooms that are saying this. We have Travion. He can do it. He can go out and get us this game. Okay, we have Corum. He can go out and get us this game. That's all they're saying. They're going to try to take the ball out of the quarterback's hands as much as possible. I can see it.
How'd you know the weather? The weather was exact. You nailed it. You said high 30s. It's going to be 38 on Saturday.
Of course. I'm doing my research.
Look
Well,
at
we
you.
always.
You're a weatherman.
Well, I am not a weatherman. The CFE guys are weathermen.
Weatherman
But
Sean
also,
Anderson.
I mean, the Ohio State Michigan game, it's always high 30s and cloudy. Always, historically.